pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is Tuesday, February 28th.
Good morning, and this is JMS News. I'm JJ.
And I'm Mr. Wallace. Our top story today is I believe it is an odd B day. It is an odd B day. Newsflash. Change.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is Tuesday, February 28th.
Good morning, this is JMS News. I'm JJ.
And I'm Mr. Wallace. Our top story is an odd A day. Sorry about that, folks. It is an odd B day. An odd B day.
In the mainline Chicago-style dog, baked beans, rosy apples, cook's choice, chef salad, baked potatoes, peach, apple slices, fresh vegetables, crackers, or grab and go.
Excellent. So what was the first thing?
Chicago-style dog.
Okay, and what do we know about a Chicago-style dog?
They have lots of onions.
They do. They have lots of onions, lots of stuff. What's the one thing you're not allowed to put on a Chicago-style dog?
Ketchup.
Good job, JJ. All right. Mrs. Goals' Science Fair EI class will be having a pizza party celebration this Thursday after school. Please let Mrs. Goals know if you will be able to attend so we can plan for enough food and supplies.
Lindsay Krause, please come to the JMS News studio immediately after announcements.
Birthdays. Sarah Syke, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to Emily Vickridge?
Ulrich.
Rick or something like
Good.
that.
And then happy birthday to Braden Kalman. Happy birthday. Your birthday is today. Also, my son Jude, it is his 4-year-old birthday. He probably won't be seeing this, but maybe I'll show him tonight. So if you do, happy birthday, Jude. And that's the way it is. 6th and 8th grade advisories, go ahead and tune on out. And 7th grade advisories, please hold on for a minute because I'm going to do the presentation today that we were hoping to do yesterday. All right, good morning again, 7th graders. I'm going to talk a little bit about a character education focus areas that we're going to be attending to, for the rest of your time here. But really, what's happened over the last year and a half is we've noticed a pattern of behaviors that we want to help you work through so that you can be more successful. You will be seeing a number of posters that will look like this, and I'll talk about the different parts in a minute, in your classrooms and around the 7th grade area. So these are going to have our 3 focus areas. A couple weeks ago, right before parent conferences, I sent out a message to your parents. I know most of you, if not all of you, had some conversation with your parents about that message, where I shared with parents that we are noticing patterns of behavior in general that are not as respectful as we would expect, and kind of a overall just not being kind to each other, and we want to help that. That's one of the most important things. So part of this whole plan is we mentioned this to your parents. We had parent conferences where we talked to your parents. We're going to have 3 areas of focus. We're also going to try and increase the attitudes and positive note cards and acknowledging you all when you're making good choices in these 3 particular areas. We will be using a modified infraction form to track how you guys are doing in those areas, and we're going to keep track of the attitudes and positive note cards and things that we're seeing as well. And we're going to see if we can improve the overall behavior over the course of the next couple months. So let's talk about our class of 2022. Yes, you are the class of 2022 character focus for this spring. 3 areas. We're going to focus on the respect of personal space of others, respecting others' right to learn and to feel safe, and then also respecting the requests of staff. So respecting the personal space of others, that means you're using and having your own materials, and you're keeping appropriate personal space between each other. So a couple of things that we've noted is folks take in and kind of being nitpicky with other people's materials, and that's just not okay. You wouldn't do that in the workplace, and it's not appropriate here at school. The other piece is the hanging on each other and elbowing or kind of pushing and getting a little what I call handsy, and then that's led to people getting upset, and that's just, once again, not appropriate. If you saw a couple teachers hanging all over each other or giving each other little shoves in the hall, you would say, well, that's not normal, that's not expected behavior. So same thing for students. So, respecting personal space of others, that's number 1. Number 2, respecting others' right to learn and feel safe. So that's really just keeping a classroom environment safe and focused on learning. The 4 areas that we're really kind of talking about here are maintaining on-topic discussions and questions, remaining quiet during quiet work times, controlling your body movements, and then make sure that your words to or about others are kind. This is a real critical piece and something I think everyone can work on it sometimes, but our class of 22 really needs to have an improved focus on that. So I really want to hear and observe that your words about and to each other are kind. Lastly, respecting the requests of staff. That means complying with directions the first time, and respectfully asking questions at the right time. So if you aren't sure about why there's a certain rule or why there's some expectation in class, the right time is not necessarily in the middle of a lesson, but maybe at the end of the period or when there's a quiet work time, and asking that in the right way. Not announcing it in class, but going up and respectfully saying to a teacher, hello, Mrs. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, can you explain to me why we're doing this? That's a respectful way. That's the expected. If similarly, coming back to the analogy of a workplace environment, if you are questioning your employer right in front of all of the employees and it's not respectful, you wouldn't have a job for very long. So, also on the poster you will notice, see if I don't have zoom in capability, but right here, the Jefferson Way, that's a slide directly from the PowerPoint that I shared with you as 6th graders and that I shared with you as 7th graders, where I say, more than anything, it is important to be a good person. Here at JMS, we have infused these expectations and character education into all facets of our work. This is the expectation at Jefferson Middle School and other schools and in society as a whole. Simply put, our character education programming teaches you the right way to do things. We refer to this as the Jefferson Way. So, in summary, we're going to have a few different focus areas, really focusing on respect. Respecting personal space, respecting the learning environment, and respecting staff and students. So, I know you guys can do this. I know we can improve in this area. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of positives. We're going to talk about this a lot. You'll be hearing about these 3 focus areas from your teachers pretty much every class this week, and then also next week we're going to be reminding you about that. So just keep that in mind. I'm spending a lot of time, I can tell, on this. It's rather odd to be presenting over a streaming service without getting any feedback from you all. So I'm hoping I'm being as clear as I'm intending to be. Really want to try and turn around this and really make the class of 22 known for being kind to each other and good students and just a great group. I know you guys are. Your teachers comment on that regularly. We've got a lot of nice kids in our 7th grade group, and we just need to focus a little bit on our respectful behaviors, and we are going to be all set for 8th grade and in less than a year and a half on to high school. So with that being said, I'll let advisors talk through a couple examples of each of these with their class and answer any questions about that. And we'll be talking about this more in the future. Hope you have a great day, everyone. Bye.